Hello, and welcome to Fortress, Alaska. I'm your host, Dave, and today we are looking at the Armalite AR10 rifle. Now, the AR10 and the AR15 are basically identical rifles, except for size. The AR10 fires to 7.62 NATO. The AR15 fires to 5.56 in general. Granted, you can get them both in different calibers, but the vast majority of AR10s are in 7.62 NATO, and the vast majority of AR15s are in 5.56. Otherwise, the rifles are pretty much identical, so I'm not going to bother to field strip and show you all the details of an AR rifle. I'm sure you've seen that. It functions, the ergonomics, the controls, the breakdown are almost identical. I do say almost identical. The one difference being is that when you remove the firing pin, you don't have to turn the cam pin to remove it. The cam pin just pulls right out as it is, because it is big enough in 7.62 NATO that the cam pin fits in the right way without having to rotate it for operation. So the cam pin is the only real difference in how it's designed, because it does not need to be rotated to come in and out of the bolt. Other than that, they are the same rifle. So this is it. This is the Armalite AR10B model.
I'm not sure if it was a misfire or not.
So as I said, this rifle is the AR10B, so it uses modified M14 magazines. So let's flip this over, and you can see that's the back of an M14 magazine, that's the front of an M14 magazine, and that's the follower, and this is the body. The only difference is this hole cut right here to use as the magazine catch for the AR style rifle. So these were made because this was developed during the assault weapons ban, and you could not newly produce magazines. There was no rule against modifying existing ones. You couldn't produce new ones. So Armalite did the smart thing and made this rifle to take M14 magazines, which they could get by the thousands and tens of thousands, to modify for use with this rifle. Now, as you can see, this is your standard AR pattern type magazine. No front hole. There's the AR magazine catch, and we have a bolt hole open on this one. And it is available in both 20 round, 10 round, and 25 round magazines. Now this is your standard PMag for 7.62 NATO, but it does not work in this rifle. This rifle is not designed for it. Just wanted to show it for comparison. Notice that the 20 round PMag has a curve to it, whereas the 20 round M14 or AR10 magazine does not. Anyway, so that's the difference in the magazines. If you should come across an AR10B model, you need these style magazines, which were only made in steel that I know about, and you do not use the PMags. So let's look at this rifle all the way around. So you have your standard AR butt plate. This is standard AR stock. This will work on an AR-15 as well as the AR-10. Notice we have standard old loop for the sling, standard controls. I added those anti-walk pins just because I thought they looked nice. But I have the old pins. I can pop them back in if I want. standard AR handguard, nothing special about that. The gas block is screwed in place. It has a Picatinny rail on top for the removable front sight, and your standard bird cage, which is threaded differently, obviously, for 7.62 NATO with a bigger hole in it. So let's take a look at the other side. And you can see there's nothing unique. Standard AR controls. See Armalite. And removable front sight. And the pick rail. Now note, really the only difference between this is the A4 model, which has a removable handguard and removable front sight, as opposed to the A2 model, which has the milled in place carry handle and the normal gas block front sight. But other than that, there's basically the same. So really this is nothing much more than an AR rifle in 7.62 NATO. And it's old school the way I like mine. I don't like the new stuff. I like the classic old look with my Trijicon ACOG on it, which is an awesome sight.
Yeah. Shoot any of mine as much as you want. Do you do double?
You're out.
So once again, I'm your host Dave with Fortress Alaska, and here we are looking at the Armalite AR10B A4 model. Like I said, they are no longer in production and have not been in production probably for close to 15 years maybe. When Mark Westrom sold Armalite, the new owners did away with the AR10B. They did away with a lot of other stuff. They went a different route than Mark Westrom had been going. But these are excellent rifles. You find on the used market, they command a price of about $1,100. So I'd look in the $900 to $1,100 range. Wouldn't go much higher than that. But they do make an excellent 7.62 NATO battle style rifle if that's what you're looking for. It is definitely ergonomically identical to an AR-15, so you don't have any transition in learning how to operate it. It just has more recoil. Anything you can do with an AR-15, you can do with this. Most of the handguards, stocks, pistol grips, all that are interchangeable, so there's no issues there. You can just mix and match and get what you want. Magpul sells everything. This one came factory with the green furniture. That's the way it came. I have an AR-10A2 in black because I wanted a black rifle, but the furniture is interchangeable, or I can just get the Magpul furniture and put that on. But it can be used for anything you want to use it for. It make a great hunting rifle. It makes a good all-around fun rifle. So once again, just get out and enjoy shooting. So as always, this is Fortress Alaska. I'm your host Dave, and have a good day and get out shooting.